Hey guys, it's me, Celine, or Celine Marcella, and today I'm going to be talking about the books I've read this year versus the books I've bought but still haven't read, or the books I'm still currently reading. This is the book that I've started reading but only read a few pages. This is the book I've started last year and still this much left. This book that I've started reading but I just couldn't get into the fantasy era, but I'm trying. This is the book that I've started reading. Like I have 2 books left of the series, so I'm trying to finish before this year ends, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So I'm still reading this book, which is gonna take me a long time because it's a thick book. I still reading this one, only a few pages in as well. But I like the storyline. It's a little slow, but I'll get here eventually. Because I do love her writing, but sometimes it takes me a little longer to read her books. Started this one a few months ago, I think. Still basically a chapter in, but I do love the TV series, so hopefully I like this as much as the show. This is my first fantasy book, or trying to read, barely this much in. Now I'm going to be talking about the books I've bought this year but have not read a single page. Hopeless, a part of the Chestnut Springs series. Wild Love, Elsie Silver. Love her writing, but takes me a while to get into her storylines. Colleen Hoover book, Love and Gelato. I'm probably going to save this for the summertime because it gives me summery vibes. This book, bought like last year. Have not picked it up, but I want to, but the pages, the thickness, yikes. I read the first book of the series, loved it, want to continue reading the whole series, but just haven't had the time to actually get invested into the series. But I do love F1 race car driving, so hopefully I will finish the series. I bought this recently to get in the Christmassy mood, but haven't picked it up, and I don't know why. Say You Swear. I've heard a lot of mixed reviews about this. It's a football romance. I want to read it, but I'm kind of scared. So hopefully I will pick this up soon and actually read it, because I do love a good sports romance. My second pile of the books I've not read, but it had been with me. I'm scared to start this one because I've heard it puts you in a reading slump, which I'm currently in, but I also heard about it being a good book, but it takes a long time to read it because it might be at a slow pace, but hopefully I will get this done as well. Hopefully is keyword. The Hunger Games. I love the movies. Just wanted to read the books. Twilight. Oh my gosh. Loved the movie, but I don't think I'm going to read the book. A classic book. I want to read more classical books, but I don't think this is for me because I don't know. I'm just not really this type of book person, but hopefully I will read it one day. Things We Hide from the Light. This is probably going to take me a while to read as well because I still haven't finished the first book. But I do want to read the series because I heard it was good. So crossing fingers. The Deal. Very hesitant to read this book, but I do love me a good hockey sports romance. So hopefully I will actually read this. All Yours Perfect. I love me a good Colleen Hoover book. It's looks very short, but I don't know if I will actually read it. But maybe I will, because why not? Every Last Word. I picked it up because I thought it was up my book alley, but I'm not sure anymore. My third stack of unread books. The Nanny. I also heard mixed reviews about this one. Archer's Voice. I've had this book for so long. Still haven't picked it up and read it because I heard it gives you a a good feeling, but also it makes you cry. And I'm not ready for that. So, yeah. Practice makes perfect. I love me a good Sarah Adams book. And it says a small town romance. I've read most of her books, but I don't know if I will actually... Wait, this actually kind of looks good just by the cover, so hopefully I will read it. Wuthering Heights, another classical book. I don't know why I bought another one, but I heard this classical book was good, so hopefully I will read it, but it might take me a while, so... Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I loved Daisy Jones and the Six, but I don't know if her writing style is for me, but hopefully I can enjoy it at some point. Good Girl, Bad Blood. Love me a good murder mystery. Read the first book, loved it. Scared to start the second book, but I really want to finish the series because why not? My Life with the Walter Boys. Watched the TV series. I loved it. Team Cole all the way. Did not like... I don't even know what the other guy's name. Wow, fake fan over here. But I do love Cole and Jackie, so hopefully this book will be as good as the series, but I'm not sure. Dreamland by Nicholas Sparks. Never read a book by him, but I've watched most of his movies. Cried. Hopefully I will like this book because I do love me a good Nicholas Sparks movie. So hopefully this will give me all that and more. Love in the Time of Serial Killers. Another kind of, I think, romance, murder, mystery. Kind of scared to start it, but I'll see how it goes. Girl Abroad. Scared to start this one too. Look how thick it is. Not very good with thick books, as you can tell. My last stack of unread books. Cross the Line. Formula One driver. Looks cute, but I don't know. It gives me kind of heartbreak just by the cover, but I'm not sure. We'll see. Another Christmas book that I've bought but have not read. I don't know. I'm a huge Christmas rom-com movie person, but in books, just can't do it. I don't know why. Happy Place. I love me a good Emily Henry book. Wait, I think I did read this. I did read this one already. Oops. My bad. Book Lovers. I heard this book by Emily Henry was one of the top tier books from her, so I have high expectations for this book, so hopefully it meets my standards. Loath to Love You. Kind of scared to start this book. I've had it for a while. The first book I read by Ali Hazelwood was The Love Hypothesis. Took me a while to read that one, so it might take me a while to read this one too. Nothing Like the Movies. Love Lynn Painter. Probably my favorite author. I've read Better Than the Movies, The Do-Over, Betting on You. I'm so excited to read this book because I loved Better Than the Movies. Best book by far, besides The Summer I Turned Pretty. So I just want to save this book when I'm in the mood for a cute, cheesy rom-com-y book. So that's why I'm saving this book. Binding 13. Had this book for a while too. Scared to read this book. I've heard mixed reviews about this book, but I heard that this book is everything and more, so hopefully it meets my high standards because I really want to love this book. Funny Story by Emily Henry. I've also heard this book by her was also as good as Book Lovers, so I really hope I actually like this book as well. Crossing fingers. Lessons in Chemistry. I watched the series and loved the series, but I don't know if I will understand the book as well as the TV series, so I don't know why I bought this book, but it looked kind of interesting and not kind of my book pick, but we'll see how it goes. Now it's time to do the books I've read this year. You can push that one too. Just for the Summer. Love me a good Abby Jimenez book. Probably my second favorite author. She's just knows how to put a good storyline together, but also makes you feel good, but makes you want to cry, like Happy Tears. Just for the Summer. Probably my favorite book in the series. I just loved them, okay? The 7-Year Slip. I loved it, but I don't think the storyline was for me. Like her writing style kind of wasn't for me. Betting on You by Lynn Painter. Loved her so much. I literally read this book, then this book after. That's how much I love Lynn Painter. This got me in a very good mood. It's just Valentine's Day and she's just repeating the same day over and over. I thought this book wasn't going to be as good because it was the same day repeating, but it was actually very interesting. Powerless, a part of the Chestnut Spring series, loved this book because she's the ballerina and I used to dance. So that's probably why I loved this book. Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. This is, I think, the first book I read by her because my sister read it first. So she told me to read it because she said I would love it. And she was right. I loved it. Picking Daisies on Sunday. I thought it was going to be a cute book. Took me a while to read it and process what she was trying to give in her writing style. One of Us is Lying. Loved this freaking book. I even loved the TV series. I really hope I like the second book as much as I loved the first one because I ate this book up. Just saying. The Rule Book by Sarah Adams. It was I do love me a good sports romance. It was a football and she was his agent and they used to have a past. So it's kind of a good way to see their chemistry coming back from when they did. So yeah. The Teacher. I guess this was an okay book. Some of her writing style isn't as for me, but I do love me a good murder mystery. And I'm trying to get back into it. So hopefully I will soon. You guessed it. Another Abby Jimenez book. I'm telling you, my second favorite author by far. I'm so glad I read this. These two books, I can't stop smiling. Night Shift. I was kind of going into high hopes for this book, but it kind of let me down. But look, if you know me, I like basketball. This book just let me down. But I still decided to finish it. Yep. The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. It was cute. It was giving fall. Loved it. It was kind of giving Gilmore Girls, but in a book. Another Abby Jimenez book. I just love all her books, okay? And I'm probably going to read more as she releases new books. So yeah. Another classical book. I loved the movie, but I just couldn't understand reading it. So it took me a while to finish this book. I was going back and forth of reading versus the audiobook. I felt like the audiobook helped me understand it more. Swift and Saddled. Yeehaw. I freaking love this book. I love me a good small town, city girl, cowboy romance. That's it. This summer will be different. I actually love Carly Fortune's writing style. It's very unique, I guess. I've read Every Summer After. I loved that book, but I think I liked this book more. I read this book more faster than her first book. I guess I liked the pacing of this book more than the first one. Thanks for joining me. Oh wait, no, I forgot my Kindle. Here are some more unread books that I'm still in the process of frickin' reading. And last but not least, the book I'm currently listening to on Spotify to get into the Christmas spirit is One Day in December. I'm actually really loving this book. It's giving me all the cozy holiday spirit vibes. So I'm 70% into listening to this. So hopefully I will finish this month because I really need to finish one book by the end of December. Crossing fingers. So that's a wrap on all my books that I've bought, that I've read, and that I'm still currently reading of 2024. Bye, guys.